Hey, this is just a quick video on how to work around the problem with BBText and using the typewriter effect or auto typing in GDevelop 5. So here I've dropped on a BBText object and I've loaded in some example text here. And down here I did the exact same thing, but I've added some code here to fix a problem that I'm about to show you. What I've done here is if I come over here to hit an object and take a look at the behaviors, I've added in the BBText auto typing effect, and so that's added to the behaviors. We've set it at 0.2 for characters, so it'll move nice and slow so we can kind of see the effect in more an exaggerated manner. Let's go ahead and run this and you'll kind of see the problem with the existing typewriter effect and BBText. Now, both of these are loaded with the exact same text, but you notice this one's running a lot faster, and also, too, there's less delay between these special characters down here. Now, it's not totally eliminated, but it's far better than here, where we have these giant gaps, and then all of a sudden, our typing continues. And that's what we're trying to fix, basically. Find out what the problem is here, and I'll go ahead and I'll stop that. Let's take a look at the text here that we have in the BBText. These special commands tell BBText to, for instance, do a yellow outline on the word outlined. Here we do a red shadow on the word drop shadow, things like that. The problem with the type or auto typing or typewriter effect command is that it actually is doing the typewriter effect on these hidden commands that don't even show, so there's these really long delays. So in order to get around that, what we're going to do is we're going to add just a little bit of code, and we'll come down here, we'll select this one here, and let's take a look at the events that we've added. And so what we've done here is there is a special command under when you add the auto type feature to a BBText, and it will fire basically every time that a character is displayed. And in this case, what we're going to do when that happens is we're going to, in this case, for an example, we're going to change the text of a variable here, last type character, and we're going to set it to the character that it's currently creating, basically, the one that's going to type onto the screen. Then just to kind of show you what's going on, we're going to change a regular text box to that character. And you can kind of see that down here. If I run it again, see this right here? It's actually showing you how the characters are being processed. And if you notice, sometimes it moves really fast and sometimes it moves really slow. That's the rest of the code. Alrighty. So, on every character that is created by the auto type effect, we are going to come down here and we're just going to ask, hey, is this last type character a open bracket? And if it is, we're going to set the interval between characters, in other words, the speed of how fast it types, to 0. And as soon as we reach a closed bracket, we're going to set it back to our default typing speed, which in this case is 0.2. Now, of course, you would normally not hard code that. You would put in like a global variable on your typing speed, that the user maybe is even configured or whatever. But for this example, we're just keeping it simple. So we're basically making it go fast whenever we hit the first open bracket, and we're going back to slow again when we hit a closed bracket. Now, of course, what that means is if you actually put open and closed brackets in your actual text, they will type faster and slower, turning on and off like this. But what this does is it takes these commands here, like open bracket, outline equals yellow, close bracket, and it processes them as fast as the typing command can do, basically, because we set the speed to 0. And then as soon as we get to a close bracket, we go back to our normal slow typing speed, which gives us that typewriter effect that we want. And we'll just kind of see it one more time here. There we go. And you notice in this little preview window, again, you can see the super fast typing speed as soon as it hits an open bracket until it hits a closed bracket. And we get a much smoother output down here. It's not quite perfect. We're still, a slight lag there, but nothing like the crazy delays that we get with the standard default, BBText and the auto type feature in GDevelop. Anyway, so that's it. Just a quick little bit of code here to kind of work around that problem. And you might ask yourself, well, why would you use AutoText and BBText? Well, it's great for displaying character dialogues in RPGs and in visual novels and things like that. It's super handy and everyone wants to use it, but because of this issue with the standard way that it processes BBText, no one really ever kind of uses it, or they have to have some other workaround. Well, this is the workaround that I found, and here's the code for it. So feel free to use it, and I hope it fixes your BBText and auto typing problems.